I'm very pleased to have with us on the program right now a senator from the great state of Pennsylvania, Rick Santorum. How are you, Senator?
Well, Kim, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm
Is your hand
fantastic.
holding up from all those books you're signing down there?
So far, so good.
For some reason, you're a popular guy here. I have no idea why.
I don't know why that would be. We have maybe just it's a bunch of good people with common sense, and that probably works well for me.
That's hard to come
Answer
by.
works for me. Now, well, we've got you here for just a couple minutes. I want to ask you about the Sportsman's Privacy Protection Act,
Yeah.
which you just introduced,
I
right?
did. Yeah, I mean, this is a provision that would stop the collection of Social Security numbers when people sign up for licenses, for hunting licenses. And this is it was a system put in place to help with child support enforcement. And what we found over the years, now that it's been in place, is that virtually no one who has signed up for a hunting and fishing license was captured, if you will, captured not in the physical sense, but captured as a name for delinquent child support. And so this was a vehicle that was put in place to try to help find folks, quote, deadbeat dads, if you will. And it's been completely ineffective, and it is an infringement, I believe, on privacy for hunters and fishermen. And so we just decided to introduce this legislation that would remove that requirement that they collect Social Security. And there's a lot of hunters and fishermen who've expressed to me, again, people don't like turning over their Social Security numbers for no good reason. And to pick, I think, selectively folks who apply for these licenses as a requirement, I think is candidly just sort of discrimination against sportsmen.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, we were talking earlier, but a lot of people say, what difference will my voice make? But obviously, you must have heard from a lot of folks to realize you needed to do something.
Absolutely, we did hear from some folks, and look, there's in the electronic age and information technology age that we have today, and the identity theft problems and the stealing of Social Security numbers to be able to be used for a whole variety of purposes. People are very concerned about that, and they don't like unnecessarily putting their Social Security on a document, and so this was an attempt to protect some of the privacy rights of sportsmen.
Mm-hmm.
Senator Santorum, I think it's fair to say that we've got a fairly partisan Senate right now.
Would you say that?
Is this, when you have Howard Dean comparing the president to the president of Iran, maybe just a little bit divided.
Yeah.
Is this, though, an issue? I mean, privacy rights should not be a concern just of one political party. Is this something that you think can cross the aisle and you can get some bipartisan support for?
I'm hopeful. Sportsmen's issues have become popular issues on the Democratic side of the aisle since the 2000 race, when the Democrats figured out that going after the legitimate hunters and particularly legitimate hunters with increased gun laws and the sort of the heavy presence of the government in the area of sportsmen is a losing issue across America. Even in blue state America, it's a losing issue.
Senator, I hate to cut you off, but we are literally up against a hard break. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's a real pleasure to meet you.
Great to have you here. Thanks for all the great work you do.
Pennsylvania Senator Rick Santorum joined us on the program.